Hello again, listeners. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Guys, guess what? We not only have Papa Black, but we have Papa Black's best friend, Wes, who has joined us on today's bonus podcast episode. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Now, Wes and Papa Black, how long have you guys been best friends?
About what, 40 years?
Yeah.
40, we both, he's 64, I'm 63.
Okay.
We were friends since we were about 14.
Wow.
14.
Wow. So that's almost close to 50 years of friendship.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be friends.
No arguments, no fights.
Wow. You guys just got along and
Looked after each other.
at each other.
Even with life, how life sometimes can put us distant, but somehow or another, if I didn't see him, I saw a family member. And if he didn't see me, he saw a family member.
Yeah.
And always the thing was, well, how is he doing? How's the family doing? This is our contact, how we live in life. We know life itself is just what it is,
Yeah.
and so forth. And the concept is, we're friends.
Yes.
Thick and thin.
Yeah.
It does not matter what it is. Ain't nobody, we ain't talking about who better than who.
Right.
You understand? How much money we got, you understand? And how we lived and shortcomings.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Yes. And it was interesting is that my siblings and I have known Wes our entire lives. And so he was like our uncle. It's like our uncle, growing up because you guys are like more than best friends. You guys are like brothers.
Yes.
And so you were always around growing up.
Yeah.
So how did you two meet as friends? Take us back to the date and time. Do you guys remember?
Well, your great grandparents, Janet and the Bull, moved to Irvington.
Okay.
Okay, and so forth. Now, your grandparents, they had a house in North on Grafton Avenue. And what it was, when your great grandparents moved to Irvington and so forth, and well, family gonna follow family. But I knew for myself, your grandparents, you understand, I'm gonna say this, they were definitely hardworking entrepreneurs. Granddaddy started business and things of that nature and whatnot. And I was a teenager. So the high school I was going to, it was riff-raff, but there were certain channels I knew good and well I wasn't going to do.
Right.
And so forth. So, but I knew that my grandparents bought the house in Irvington and so forth. And I had a concept, I said, I'm not going to hang around here in North.
Okay.
I ain't going to the project because I knew what was down that hill.
Yeah.
And down that hill, it was nothing but life destruction. Well, I want life destruction in a sense.
Right.
When you're a young man, you're 14, you're 13 years old, they tried to sway you. But I had more incentive, and I was told, well,
Yeah.
if I was down there, who you think was coming down there? Your grandfather. Who you think was coming down there? My uncles. What are you doing down here? What are you feeling yourself with these people?
Right.
It's the quality of life that we want better for you, regardless. So, literally, as time went, I started going up there.
To Irvington.
To Irvington,
okay.
To Irvington. And from time to time, I did get permission, still.
Okay.
That's man over there. And I did that. And through the years that went, we became friends just through being young as we are. And who are you? Who's your family? This and that and so forth. And well, I'll say, when the Sweeney boys came to Irvington, I saw my great uncles. Right, Whoop? Right, Whoop? I remember Whoop. And as time went, they brought something that they had with themselves, with their talents, they even their shortcomings, even with being men, and they were mentors in a sense to say. they,
So did like when you and Wes met, were y'all like playing kickball in the street? Like how did that come about?
Basketball.
Oh, y'all were playing basketball together.
Thank you for that, Wolf.
So you want to tell us the story about the basketball and how y'all met?
Okay, let me get mine first, and then I'll let him tell his.
Okay.
Because what the concept was, your grandfather and so forth, you just got a son playing ball. He had up here in Irvington and so forth and whatnot. I'm going to join them boys to play ball.
Okay.
He started playing with us. And what happened, Mom? He was playing basketball with us, and unfortunately, he got stuck in the eye.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And
who did it? You did it, Daddy?
I didn't do it.
Somebody did.
Somebody did it. Okay.
And he was out there with us though. Your grandfather was out there playing ball with us and everything.
Oh, granddaddy was out there playing basketball?
Yeah, he was out there playing with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So then he got stuck in the eye, and then what happened?
And he had a little injury and so forth. He said, "That's it."
Okay.
That's it. And then after that, as time went, then they had, the basketball. What was that? What the summer?
Yeah,
the summer games.
Yeah.
All right. Your great uncles was there. Your grandfather was there. I didn't know much basketball because I was Joe Wins. I wasn't
He wasn't good at
No.
basketball.
He wasn't no good player, but he made a good 6 man. We wound up winning, so.
Okay.
That was good.
I took the ball and bounced it and went to the other team's court.
Wow, Papa
I
Black.
didn't know.
Well,
Yeah.
oh wow.
I didn't know. So as time went, that was the concept
Okay.
of that. Yeah, that's right, Mom.
So you basketball wasn't your thing, but you love boxing. I know that.
Oh yeah.
Boxing was
Ooh.
your thing. Okay.
Oh man. Oh. Go ahead, Wolf.
Yeah. So yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Wes.
no, basketball was mine.
Okay.
But then when giant uncles, got us into boxing and started to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great, for a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Learned a
Okay.
lot.
Yep. Earned the PL. We learned a lot.
Yeah. Didn't get bullied.
You ain't get bullied no more.
I didn't have to worry about that. That was the least of my worries.
Okay. So what was it like, and I want you two to answer this individually, what was it like as a black man growing up in the 60s and 70s? What was that experience like for you guys?
Well, go ahead, Wolf. Living in Irvington, he was raised in North like I was too.
Okay.
But coming into Irvington, it was a whole different thing. And he can tell you.
Yeah.
And it was still North too, but go ahead, Wolf.
Yeah, it was just a whole nother world, man.
Yeah.
I mean, curfews, certain hours, couldn't wear sneakers.
Yup.
And
Yep. You couldn't win.
couldn't be in certain places.
Yup.
and
Yep.
Irvington cops just always picked you out to find
Yup.
something.
Yep.
If you're in Irvington Center, they follow you.
Yep.
Wow.
It was bad.
A
Wow.
lot of racism.
Matter of fact, one incident with your uncle, Ed,
Yup.
he wasn't doing nothing.
Yup.
They had the canines.
Yup.
I don't think the dog like black people anyway.
Yeah.
But Ed, he was in the middle of something, and the dog just literally ate him all.
Yep.
And nothing
Wow.
became of that.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know, I didn't
Wow.
understand that.
Yep. We just put
So-
the dogs on.
That was in the 60s. That wasn't that long ago. And it's
70.
60s or 70s. So and that even
74,
still
yeah.
that wasn't that long ago.
No, it
And
wasn't. It was just, yeah, you're right.
We're
It was
still
off from that.
experiencing,
We was still
racism
Yeah,
and
racism.
bias.
Very, very.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We dealt with a lot of that in Irvington.
Wow. So what do you think helped you get through that phase in life where you were seeing this, whether it was, yourself experiencing it or someone you knew closely that experienced it? How did you get through those moments?
Well, me myself, because of my family,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They worked too hard to get up to Irvington. And you hear,
Yeah.
try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White people are going to be white people, but,
Mhm.
racism going to be there regardless.
Yeah.
But I did have a few good, white guys
Yep.
that I considered to be
Friends.
real friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it was some like just born prejudice in them.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the way he was raised or whatever. I had no
Yeah.
excuse for him.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Papa Black?
Papa Black, well, I'll say that, like he's saying and so forth, there was a lot of racism going on from different times, and even at Irvington High School. I didn't go there.
Okay.
But, he did, and a couple other fellow friends did. And there was little things, but thank God for grace, like you said, for the parents.
Yeah.
But they were athletes.
Okay.
I'm not talking common athletes. I'm talking athletes.
Yeah.
That way they were. What was Lonnie? All state
There
or
was something in a way, coming out of Irvington, you had to be an athlete. 'Cause
Yeah.
They chased you from the high school
Yeah.
all the way down to Irvington Center.
Wow.
So if you couldn't run, you wore a butt whooping.
Okay.
And, like when we go to school, around about 12 o'clock, I was in a work study program.
Okay.
By then, you look out by the library, see white people building up more and more and more. By 3:30, oh boy, I mean, you gotta fight your way home.
Wow.
It was crazy, man.
So what they would stand on the sidewalks as you guys are walking
right
by?
across the street from
the school?
from the school,
Okay.
the library. Big lawn, just be building up.
Wow.
And we gotta get out of school. You
Yeah.
can't camp out there.
Yeah. Right.
So once they seen us coming out, you start coming across the street, it's time to go to war.
Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. So you talked about like family and how that helped you get through that. What do you think, or what advice would you give to the next generation who may be experiencing rough things in life and who don't have a strong family foundation, right? Because a lot of, our family or kids, I know I work, at a high school and they don't have a solid family foundation.
Right,
so
right.
what advice would you, if they were to hear this podcast or see the video, what advice would you give to them to persevere through tough times if they don't have a strong family background like the both of you had?
Well, myself, you gotta stay focused, man. Don't let nothing interfere or stop you from what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And for my mom, what she wanted a high school diploma.
Yeah.
It wasn't anybody gonna stop me from getting that for her.
Yeah.
When I got it, got a car, my first car.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just wanted to make her proud.
Yeah.
Getting that diploma, but I went through hell to get it.
Oh yeah.
I was in junior high school. It was a black girl, and I was the only black dude. So the white people thought maybe, we should hook up.
Right.
Then some days coming home from junior high school, you had white guys, they blocking the sidewalks, calling you niggas, and I went through a lot.
It was a lot, yeah. But I think your point about being focused is so important because there are so many distractions in life in general with just the pandemic, with family stuff, with not having enough money. As black people, unfortunately, we are marginalized, and so there are a lot of struggles that we go through. But staying focused is very important. Yeah.
This may sound a little crazy. It was an incident. Me and my brother was on the sun porch. And I think my father was in the living room watching us the whole time. We didn't see him though. So we would see white people walk by and they looking up. And my brother used to hide, so they don't see us.
Wow.
Oh man, my father caught us doing that. Shit, holy moly, boy.
Wow.
Yeah,
So what did he tell you? He said don't hide from them.
Hard as I worked with your mother to get this house, and you gonna hide like you don't want nobody to know you live here?
Wow.
What the hell is the matter with you, boy?
Yeah.
And he just went berserk.
Right.
That's the worstest thing
That's
I
the
ever
one.
did.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Worst
That's
thing
the one.
I ever did was
You didn't.
Wow.
That's the one.
Oh man.
That's the one.
Wow. Yeah.
But you know something coming up? Well, I was born and raised in Englewood, New Jersey. I didn't really see too much prejudice out there. When it was out there, it was a true fact. A great-grandmother still washed and ironed clothes for the white guy. And I used to see her, see her always ironing and washing. And then I see, put the clothes in a brown bag, brown paper, wrap it up. Then I see white people come get me. Oh, what is she doing?
Yeah.
And then my grandfather, my grandma broke down like, well, Damon, coming up, that's what he did, and he still does it.
Yeah.
And I was just shocked, and every time I go over there, they trying to give me money. After a while, when I was little, it was I ain't taking the money. But as I got older, I'm like, man, the way they getting this money, this make me feel guilty, man.
Okay.
And oh, man.
Wow. That for you to still remember that vividly, it must have had a very powerful impact
When
on
I
you.
was little, my grandfather had bought me a bike. I used to ride to all my cousins and uncles, more or less not ride there with my hand out, but kind of looking for change.
Right.
But then with my grandmother, wasn't too good.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So what about you, Papa Black? What would you tell a young man, a younger version of yourself who does not have a very strong support system, who may be going through something? What advice would you give them?
Well, through my teaching through the years of life, for me, I would consider, I've been blessed.
Yeah.
My parents, my uncles, foremost, my aunts, my grandmothers, and all.
Yeah.
Again, getting to where things of teaching. Again, my parents. They were Jehovah's.
Yeah.
They were Jehovah's Witnesses. They walked together with that, and that was the teaching of God. They taught me how to read the Bible, and I read that Bible from back to front. I know what was around me, to being taught, and each and every step of the way, as them as males, at that age that they were, they were solid as a rock.
Okay.
Solid, they was men. I don't care what it was, they were men.
Yeah.
They were men. But it taught me about the shortcomings of life. And with your grandparents instilling me of God, and I seen their walk, and they were teaching them as well. Not that they didn't have it, but they knew.
Yeah.
They knew, and they gave them that respect.
Yeah.
And each and every step of the way that the walk was in life, I used to go to the Bible and I look at it. I don't care what it was instructive. It was given.
Yeah.
And with that, I used to say, I'm going to make a difference.
Okay.
At 8 years old, I saw, and thank God for the grace of my uncles and nanas, brothers and so forth. It was a teaching.
Yeah.
And I was the oldest grandson. So I guess they were setting an example, even through how life might have been and whatnot. And there's always the thing that Uncle Eddie, Uncle Eddie, Wolf knows, remember him. They couldn't wait to, Nana and your grandfather had me where it is focus. And they did too now, don't get me wrong. But they wanted to me be able to go play football with them, go play basketball, but Nana, you understand, and Granddaddy had me in that homebody style to be focused, respectful, respect your grandparents. And even with my uncles, now, I saw them have their little fun or whatever, but the focus was not little Johnny.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah.
And then when the time slowly came and so forth, and the great Uncle Eddie, he always had jokes. And he used to say, before they even came about free agent, he said, we can't wait until you become a free agent. I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because your parents got you where it is to form you. But we got you, but it ain't happening. I said, hey, I get it. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. And I said, if I step across the road, you understand, I got y'all too.
Right.
And my grandfather, forget about it. The boy, right, Wolf? It ain't happening. Boy, Boy, what? Boy.
So he was very strict and
Very strict, and he was
to
the
keep them
minister.
in line.
Everybody.
Keep you guys in line.
Even when Ray moved to Irvington, Wolf
Even
knew the
Frank.
Wolf,
Wow.
my friend.
Wow. Bush up, scatter like roaches. Everybody disappeared.
When
Oh,
your
okay.
great grandfather, that's right. Wolf was telling me, your great grandfather show up.
Everybody scattered.
Wow. Wow.
You ain't gotta be doing nothing. He coming.
Wow.
He coming. I don't care who it was.
Okay.
Even before my teenage years, before they moved up there, because they moved from South 7th Street up to Irvington. But even with his brother-in-laws and everything,
Yeah.
they loved him because he was a good man.
Wow.
He was a good man and a strong man
Yeah.
and whatnot. And certain things that way it was, he worked hard and everything to provide for the family and didn't complain about much or nothing.
Okay.
But don't get on that other side. Don't get on the other side.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Don't get on the
So-
other side. And what did Kathleen tell you when we was at Leo's homegoing?
I forget.
She said, yeah, well, you know, the bull was a good man and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, he
They were a
didn't
good
play,
man.
yeah.
And Perry was giving me a little trouble, and he went and threw him down the stairs. He didn't hurt him, but I know he hurt him. He said, the bull didn't play. You don't mess with my daughters.
Right.
You my son, but
Right.
because he was afraid.
So go ahead.
So with that structure again, this is what we had got, and so forth. And like he said, my grandfather, I don't care. You could be in Germany, and if he's over there, whatever the case might be, you see him walking down the road in the desert storm. I was a fierce man.
Right. So it truly does take a village to raise.
Yes,
a
it
child.
does.
So, it was,
Yes,
it was
so
a
that was the
community.
concept.
Yeah, it was the community.
It doesn't have to be your own children.
With the sons you had to be tough though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having sons, so Wolf was right.
Be tough.
Having many sons that he did in the society that we were living in at that time, and still now, and there ain't too much change and so forth, but this is what it has to be.
Yeah.
And just like, again, with y'all,
It's a little better, but it has
I felt that same concept because due to the fact, I said, not mine. Not mine. I don't care what it is. Not mine. And I surround myself. Okay, well.
No, son, one thing I can say about sweet for Papa Black. He hung out. You know, we enjoyed ourselves to the utmost.
True.
But when it came to his family, number one. I used to be like, wow, man, how do we do it? And I watched all y'all grow up.
Yes, he did. Grow, high school, grammar school.
You made him a very proud man.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
proud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what do you guys think held y'all friendship together after all these years going on, almost 50 years of friendship? You don't see 50 years of friendship, nowadays.
Some people
So
don't live to see that long.
some people don't live to see that long. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So what do you think, what was the one thing, I guess, that kept you guys friendship?
Us, the family, love, concern,
The way we was
the
raised.
way we was raised. We had a bond that way it was with me, him, and Lobbit that passed early, and Kevin, he's still around. But we had all other friends. They're good people too. They're good people too. They're good people too.
Okay.
A lot of them did pass away and so forth.
Quite a
And quite a few.
And it came to the point where my family, like I was born and raised in Inglewood, Earl County. You know, John used to always take John over there.
Yep.
Sometimes I didn't go, John still go.
I take the bus. I go to Inglewood. Wherever I go on my
Where
own.
you at? Inglewood.
What you doing in Inglewood, right?
I'm still in Irvington.
Wow.
And
Wow.
family picked up on me at 15.
Yeah, love them.
Wow.
Yep. And
That's-
they kept
that's
going
really
and
good.
going and going and going. And then when y'all was born, woo-wee, that was a plus.
Remember
Oh
when y'all was
yeah.
the wedding?
So what?
Yes, Mom.
what?
Remember
Oh, the wedding.
the wedding?
So
wedding.
what? Okay.
His
What?
brother's wedding.
Okay.
and
Oh,
Pep, yeah,
I got
Pep's
that
wedding.
picture.
wow, yeah.
Yup,
that
Pep's
was-
wedding. I never forget
I
that.
remember the wedding, but after that, I don't remember too much.
No.
Y'all must have had a good time at the wedding.
He did.
I remember like ice cream.
He sure did.
Wow.
He sure did. The funny thing was, when I got to the wedding, you was born, Marquise and Shikeara. So me and Wolf was just in the process of getting things ready, prepared for the wedding. And his brother actually didn't have somebody else to stand in. But how it happened, he called me on 470. And Wolf said that my brother wants you to be in the wedding because I said, man, I ain't got no problem doing it, I'll do that. So I went and got, me and your mother went shopping.
Okay.
So the outfit was great, right?
I think there's a
And
picture.
I got the gray,
right? There's a
I
picture.
got
I
her
remember
the gray
seeing the
dress
picture.
and so forth. She was pregnant with Christina, right?
Oh, wow.
And we went up early December, we got I got Marquise the suit, Shikeara her dress, hook you up, and so forth. And we did what we needed to do. It was out in Patterson, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, out in Patterson.
Wow.
So, okay, I'm talking about his sister Tanya. I'll say our big sister, because she's
Keep
strong.
it real.
Yeah, she keep it real. None of those, Tanya.
Yeah.
And so when we got to the wedding, and your mother comes in, and your mother was pregnant with Christina, his sister said, "What the Jesus? What are you doing to her?" She went on me like white on rice.
That was baby number 4, right?
That's right, because you were just born in January.
Oh, wow.
And his
Yeah.
wedding was like, what, November or something? She said, what? Tanya don't play. She still don't play. She called me the other day.
Oh,
I ain't playing. You my brother. I ain't playing. How the girls are doing. Trust me, I'm telling you right now. Big sis Tanya ain't playing.
Right.
But when she saw your mother come in, she looked nice and everything. But when she looked at your mother's stomach, she said, "What?
Full belly.
What? Whoa.
Wow.
She didn't put me here a lot, but her words were strong enough.
That's what you
Lord
hear a
Jesus,
lot.
get me through this day.
Right. So y'all had a lot of good memories growing up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is, because we're gonna wrap up right now. So what advice would you give to the listeners? And I'll go with Wes first. What advice?
what, for being friends?
For friendship, for life, for
Well,
anything.
don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
That's my,
Yeah.
sum it up with that.
Yeah.
Don't take anything for
Don't take
granted.
nothing for granted. Yep.
That's good.
Life can be short.
Yeah. Okay. Papa Black, what's your? You having a little trouble with your flower? Okay. Go ahead, Papa
Yeah,
Black.
thanks, Cammy. She
Yeah,
stuck it
my
in there.
granddaughter.
All right. So what's
She had
your?
a little flash.
Yeah,
to the flash.
she hooked you up.
Yeah.
So
What's
what's your advice to the listeners?
All right, listeners, listen. God is good. Life is good. I love my family and friends. I'm continue on being the man that I am, and even better, because we all have shortcomings. And sometimes, you stand in that road and you stand there for a second, and I just go and like, nope, it ain't happening. I came from better than this.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. I'm a friend. I am God's child. The ones in Christianity from the church, they all know me. I just try to get better every day. I pray for people through their walk. I thank God for it all. And just be still sometimes. You have to be still. Just be still. I know it can be frustration, especially at the times we are with this pandemic. We're dealing with a lot. It can be stressful. It can be sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't know. Be safe, be well. Be well and keep God in it. And God always brings you through. One way or another. I don't care where you're at. You can be in school, you can be in jail, you can be both feet in the Lord. and so forth. Anywhere, as my mom said, anywhere, but stand still and represent yourselves.
Amen.
In the name of the Lord.
Amen. Well, guys, that is it for our bonus episode number 8, Papa Black's injury. We want to thank Wes so much for coming on, taking time out of his schedule to give some words of encouragement to you guys. And of course, we have to thank Papa Black. Thank you, Papa Black, for coming on and doing this and supporting your daughter and her endeavor and her passion. So I thank both of you for coming on today. Yes, Papa Black, you want to ask something?
There's one thing.
He's long-winded, as you can see.
There was just one thing that we didn't put in. When we were younger, we were fighters. We were boxers. And in the career of our lives, that was our passion, and it still is.
Yeah.
We are in our 60s, but we still love the sport. And the sport inspiration to us, you understand, to fight. We wish we do have that godly way to turn that clock back. We ready to get in there. I don't care. We ready to get in there. Don't
turn it up.
Ready to turn it up. Don't take 63 and 64 for nothing. But we willing to get in there. But we know with God's grace and everything else, the body is what it is. But our main favorite formality of life in sport was we love boxing. We got that from our uncle Sidney, because of the sport that, and like I said again, when they came to Irvington, they came with things. They didn't come with bad things, but they came with things for the community of the men and the young males of life, to be that guidance. And when life ever comes to you, but boxing was the main thing. And I must finish on that just to say just that.
Okay.
And may Marvin Hagler rest in peace.
All right. There you have it, guys. That is it for today's podcast episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week for episode number 9. And if you haven't grabbed a copy of my book, you can visit my website at NicoleSweeney.org, or you can purchase it on Amazon. All right, guys, take care, and remember that God is proud of you. Bye.
Yes, love you.